I was working full-time as a freelance illustrator for 3 years, and I am now working part-time at an ice cream shop. And I wish I got a day job so much earlier. A lot of that comes down to going into art full-time without being prepared. The past few years have been so stressful for me. I have been working 24/7, no days off, burning through savings, and I am so happy to have a regular stable income again. I was so eager to work on my art full time, and I hated wasting my time at a job I didn't care about. I developed this perception that all of my friends were getting better at art faster than I was, and it took a long time to grapple with the reality that this was not actually the lifestyle that I wanted. Specifically, this is my experience being a small-time internet freelancer, doing commissions for individuals and small companies. That's where my experience is. I cannot speak for studio jobs, professional industry work, because I never got hired to do that stuff. And that is a huge tangent because I live in Los Angeles County. Like, people move out here for opportunities, and I 100% feel like I failed and I suck. But anyway, it is the finances. The world runs on money, and it is so simple, but I was really naive and stupid. Like, please do not fuck around. Get out of Delulu world. You need a job and money to survive. Please do not make things hard for yourself. I live in California, where the minimum wage is $16 an hour. Our living expenses are equally as high to match that. So in a global market, this makes me extremely uncompetitive as a freelancer compared to someone of comparable skill that lives somewhere with a lower cost of living. I am absolutely grateful for the privilege and advantages that come with living in a first world country. But in terms of being a freelance artist, I cannot afford to charge less for my time and work because I would not be able to make rent. It is exhausting. I'm so tired of having to be a salesperson for my work. I'm so tired of never having time to draw my personal art and always having to draw for someone else. I love drawing for other people. They entrust you with these characters that they love, and you're able to bring their ideas to life for them. I love making people happy. But for me, doing customized commission type work living in California was not sustainable. I cannot make it work. And I have lived off that money for the past 2 years. People have given me thousands of dollars, and I've gone through the 5 stages of grief, like the shame of letting everybody down, everybody that supported me with their hard-earned money just for me to go back to a minimum wage job. That really sucks when you put it that way. And that's how defeated I felt going into work for the first time. The economy and job market are so bad right now. I used to be an office assistant doing accounting, but I've been out of that sector for 3 years, so my resume looks awful. I only ever got 2 interviews this year when I was job hunting. It's so rough, but I actually really enjoy my job. Obviously, a stable income is good. I get to show up, and that is exactly how much I'm paid. I don't have to feel bad asking someone for revision fees, or if a project is more detailed than the initial quote encompassed. I really hate having to fight for my money. And this is not an attack at my clients. All of the people I've worked with were so sweet to me, but it is so incredibly draining on an emotional level to have to beg and ask for money all the time, to know that I'm charging so much for art when it's a non-essential product at the end of the day. But even aside from that, it's a nice change of pace from drawing. I think minimum wage workers deserve living wages, of course, but I also understand the view that it's quote-unquote unskilled labor. I have a number of tasks that I do when I come in every day, and it is relatively predictable. I take the order, I make ice cream, I clean the store and the machines. Very easy. I like repetition and uniformity compared to art, where it is different every time, like the request of the details and the characters and the composition of the work. It's complex problem solving and design work, and I really like that I just get to go and complete tasks at my job. It is very satisfying. I also get to interact with a wide array of people. We're not talking for a long time, but doing art is very lonely work. You're sitting at home all day. I feel so much more grounded working in this role, like I'm actually connected to the community I live in. I see so many people come and go, and I'm providing a service that is like quantifiable and physical. Genuinely, if I was paid a living, comfortable wage, and the societal stigma of part-time service roles being transitional work for like college students didn't exist, I really would not mind doing this for a very long time. I get a steady income, it's not stressful work, and I get to come home and do art that I want to do. Very simple. And I wish I found that out earlier. But I don't regret my time, aimlessly chasing after my dreams. That was necessary for me to grow to the point where I am now. Back then, I had this nebulous goal of just becoming a good artist with no concrete objective. And I think that's really bad because, one, you don't have anything you're working towards. There's nothing to motivate you to try your best. And then two, because it isn't a concrete goal, it's difficult to feel when you pass landmarks and track, your growth. And I think it's very easy to fall into depression. Where I am now, I think I have a couple goals I can laser focus on, a bunch of other side stuff I know I want to do and achieve, and I'm getting the money to support myself and have time to work on my craft. So I'm no longer a full-time artist, but I think I'm in a much healthier position than I was a few months ago. I don't regret spending the time I did freelancing. I don't regret going back to a minimum wage role. And I've still got really big plans for myself. I'm very motivated to do a lot of stuff. If you happen to see this video, I just wanted to say, for people who feel stuck and are unsure about going back to work, there is a light on the other side, and you can do it. It's going to get better. You're not a failure. Your journey's not over. Sometimes it feels like you're moving backwards, but it can be the correct course of action in the long run. Bye-bye.